everyone, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel. And yes, I'll be checking out Lucy's new song here called Noli, also known as Play the music video for an all now. Hey, not gonna lie guys, I've seen some of the teaser pics here and there on my Twitter timeline. Haven't heard any of the teasers, you feel me? The likes of the highlight medley, which happens to be for their first full album called Childhood, which makes me truly wonder what kind of route they took with it this time around. Just the way that they've been so flexible with each and every era, and for a good example is the Gacha era, where they took a lot of retro influences, electronic elements, and added it to their catalog for their signature sound, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like the two elements and factors that I can always expect and like be more than met, actually exceeded beyond my expectations, is A, their lyricism, and B, their musicality. For those who are like been following this channel, or at least been following Lucy since the start, every single release somehow covers a certain topic that you wouldn't expect to be covered, you know what I'm saying? But also coming through with a good message, not only with the lyrics attached to their title tracks, but the music videos that tie along to their title tracks, you feel me? But hey, enough talk, let's just dive into play now, shall we? Alright, so I brought up the music video here, Noli, also known as Play by Lucy. I got the English captions on and all, but let's go. Classic Mystic Story intro. Oh, this piano work at the start here. But this is like hitting me so hard right away. I don't know how to describe it, but ooh. Oh, that bass work. Sort of at like the subway. So what I'm getting here so far is like showing a guy's sort of like 9-to-5 life, right? Oh, there's the big boss. Quite the sentimental piece so far. Woo! Wow! Come through! Wow, that release was so beautiful. Yet, Ye-Chen on the violin as always. I'm sort of getting what they're trying to put down in terms of lyrics here. After work, go for some Korean barbecue. It's like the taxi. No, he doesn't want to listen to the driver. Ooh, the drum work here. The sampling of the children there, I believe. We all have that sort of inner child, you feel me? Even though we've grown up so fast, there's a part of us that just want to have fun again. Ooh! Oh, the string work and the vocal layering. Whoa! An interlude here? Oh! Wow, that cuts. So that must be the mother, right? Calling him. See, if anything, right? There's things that stick with us for the rest of our lives. You know, our significant other ones calling out for us. But especially our inner child, where it's like, okay, we just want to go out and have fun and play, but not necessarily always go out. Like, some of us may be favoring some things, like doing some, like, oh, those, wow, it's been a long time since I did this. I really miss the good old days, you know, that sort of cliche and all. But in fact, I feel like, you know, despite going through an everyday routine that could be monotonous at some points, you know, I'm just speaking the real cold truth, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that goes through this, is that, right, despite all of that, you know, just taking a small step back, a small break, you know, whether it's even 5 minutes of your daily routine, and just to, you know, admire the scenery, or to just think about the good times, or go do something that you want to do, just go for it, right? That sort of just go for it mentality, it goes a long way, seriously. Like, for example, growing up, there's some things that that have carried on with me, whether it's some shows that I used to watch, you know, whether it's K-pop, even not even when during the childhood days, right? Like, even my teenager days, I could still reminisce on those times where, wow, I grew up with this K-pop group, I grew up with this artist, you know, I grew up with these people and all. And you know, it I feel like okay, at times, yes, us individuals dwell maybe at times a little bit too much in the past. I've learned to not do that, because it's not too healthy for myself, at least, and to just focus on, you know, the present day and take one day at a time, and not focus and worry too much about the future and all. That took a long time for me to do. But at the same time, I mean, you can't forget about the good times. Like, it's just a good feeling to reminisce on the good times. And if you're able to sort of like relive that moment, sort of like this businessman did, just simply going down that slide on a playground and all, and, you know, taking it easy, right, and not be all tight and all, you know, despite whatever's going at work, right? Wow, this hit me so much. I'm gonna have to break down some lines ever so slightly when we dive into the second watch and listen here. But see, this is what I was saying at the start of this video. I was like, they have the lyricism and they have the musicality. And there's not that many idol groups, boy bands, girl groups, you name it, the list goes on, that can truly do this. This is why Lucy has a special place in my heart. Like, they're in a special category of those meaningful groups that I can really connect to. But what takes it the extra mile is like the passion in how they play their instruments, you know, the respective members, whether it's Wang Il on, you know, drums, Ye Chan on his violin, you know, just his beautiful violin work as always, whether he breaks through with a solo or not, or if there's an instrumental break in the song. Now, let me actually talk about the overall soundscape to this song before I dive into the second watch, because I've been talking a lot about the message and, you know, the sort of the theme that played out here for Play, linking to obviously their first full album called Childhood. I love that connection there. But in terms of the overall soundscape, I think the hooks slightly do more than its job. The production is really well done, as always, of course, you know. And I think for me though, not necessarily, you know, my favorite genre that I love to hear by Lucy themselves, you know, I'm saying, like, taking this route, right? But what continues to be the case is that this is another Lucy song that, wow, I could see myself easily listening to, because it's so, it puts you at ease, and it's really easy to listen to, and soothing and calming, yet very consoling at the same time. And I think that's the key word here, guys, right? And when music consoles you like this, it's magical. I don't know what else to tell you, but if you feel what I'm feeling, you can only understand if you're feeling what I'm feeling, right? But let me dive back into this here. Play. Wow, what a song. So far, where it stands upon first listen, I would say I'd gotta give it a strong 8.5. It's not like my favorite title track by any means by Lucy, but I mess with it a lot. Just how the song kicked off with the piano, the lens flare editing upon this footage of this businessman just looking up into the sky and being at this playground, right? He's just sitting there. And, you know, life can be stressful along the way throughout many stages of our lives. But I love this transition here where he takes that slide and then, whoa. He's like in an alternate universe with Lucy. And this treadmill that is just there, right? And he's just walking and walking, and he's not. It's sort of. I love how creative this music video is. Like the direction of this music video by the director, you know, tying along with the lyrics in this song, but also, right? Also, the props that they utilized, you know, these, whether it's cardboard or whatever, you know, and this physical lamppost here, you know, it's showing that sort of 9 to 5, you know, routine, everyday, normal life. And sometimes we just feel so stagnant, you know. We feel numb, going through a routine, going through our daily life. But man, I love the bass work here. The oh wow, the technique. I've been there, done that on a bus and all. It's crazy, huh? Okay, even on this board, like, childhood, right? I love these references here. 8 + 17, 6 p.m. There's like slight claps going on, I believe. Some sort of percussion work. Yeah, I actually wanted to go through these lines here. I used to play like I'm flying in the sky. Obviously, there's some lost in translation, but I used to play like I'm flying in the sky. Well, it's sort of that feeling like I used to play like when I didn't have to worry about adulting. I didn't have to go to a job and all, and I could just play all day long as much as I want. I felt like it's that sort of that freedom type feeling, you know, when it comes down to this line. Here's the thing, right? I mean, this line is like so true, you know? I'm still the same. Nothing had gone different. Now, if you think about, you know, how this song plays out as a whole, this is definitely about, despite you growing up, you still have your inner child within you, you know? Like, everyone has their sort of inner child that really wants to scream out and shout it out. But also, in a holistic, like, general sense, when people say you've changed, this, I mean, come on, like, let's be real here. Like, we are still ourselves. I'm still Garrison, you're still you, and all. We're just growing up. We're going through different experiences. We're going through different phases. We're going through transition periods, many of us, and we're still the same, you know? We're just trying to better ourselves each and every day. So, you know, that's why I don't really mess with the whole new year, new me type beat. But, yeah, I love this line here so much. Love the hi-hat work. The release here is just beautiful. There's just these, I love how they utilize those paper airplanes too in the office here. Yet provide like this very colorful lighting upon them. Yeah, this song can be so sentimental at times, but, you know, I would say consoling, you know. I hope people talk with a bright smile. Oh, plucking going on there. Even if they turn around and leave. Although the sky is getting heavy. I used to play like I'm flying in the sky. I love how the drum, like the drum usage, like how it's being played, it's more prominent here. The slight sampling of the children on a playground here, like, whoo. So I'm guessing like that businessman is literally this child. This is such a like classic Lucy thing when it comes to like vocal layering, you know, whether it's a vocal layering or chanting and all. It's so good. Like, it provides that very atmospheric feel to it, right? na 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 na. Oh, this interlude after the bridge. And they just simply wrap it out with an outro though. You know, and at the end of the day, like, you know, he sort of, how should I really put this, you know? Like, this businessman, you know, was that small brief of a break, sliding down that slide, it felt like his childhood. And obviously, childhood being of so many years, but in that brief moment. And that slight break that he took from his routine in life and all, right? By taking down that going down that slide, relieves, and I would say relieves, I wouldn't say necessarily the pain, but, you know, it's like a needed, should I say feeling? Like, you feel me? When you take a small break, it feels so good sometimes to just do so. But finally, by the end of this music video, he's able to put a smile on his face, right? This child here is this boy. Loved seeing him throughout this. Outstanding. Yet again, Lucy has done it again. I'm sorry, guys, if it was difficult for me to make sentences with words and all. I can't exactly find the exact words to put it. I mean, it goes to show you, like, Lucy is putting me, made me quite speechless at this point, and also in consideration after a long day of work and all. As some may know, it's been quite difficult for me to put out and cover so many of my favorite groups and artists and idol groups and such. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about Lucy's play. I felt like this was so consoling, yet sentimental and meaningful, had a great message to it, very easy to listen to. It may not be fully my cup of tea in terms of my sort of bias in terms of musical taste, but I still loved this nonetheless, guys. So yeah, other than that, let me wrap this up. Be sure to like, share, and maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much. It just warms my heart connecting with y'all about Lucy in the comment section down below. See you in the next Lucy related video, or K-pop in general, of course. Have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon wherever you are, and I can't reiterate this enough. Take care. This has been Garrison, and peace.